Good morning. How we doing? We've got Butts, Wasted Mind, bringing in chaos to the stream already. Always chaos for Wasted Mind. Termican, T-Dubs, hello. How we doing? We got Sly, we got Norman, Mazdo, Tereya, hello. How we all doing? I have a pile of lizards. This is the goal today. We're just gonna keep tinkering on both and kind of go back and forth. I just want both units done this week. So yeah, we're just gonna wing it and paint some dinosaurs. That's what I got. What are you guys up to? Panda, welcome in. How are you? How was Starbucks? Hope you got your drink. I'm trying to figure out where I want to start. I kind of want to start on our little Saurus warriors. We've got a lot more to do on them. We also got all of this to highlight, which is going to be not super fun to watch, but will look really good when it's done. And yeah, it's going to be hopping around back and forth a bit. Anti-chaos, no! Honor first, hello, how are you today? Welcome in. That's right, chaos lives rent-free in Wasted Mindset. That's why he sent me some chaos. How could we forget how much Wasted Mind wants me to work on chaos? So we can still at work as always, so hopefully we can get you through the rest of the day here. I'm going to start right on our... Okay, I want to do a quick little blaze on these guys, and then we will work on their mounts a tiny bit. What are you guys up to today? I think today I've got lizards, and then a whole bunch of admin stuff I want to do. I found someone I want to reach out to for emotes, and I think that's my plan today. Get all that figured out. Oh, Saren, hello, how are you? George Payne says, I got my drink and yours, but I drank yours already. Wow. Wow. I understand. I mean, it is really good. It's not like I could blame you, Panda. What is everyone's go-to coffee order? If you were to go to, like, a Starbucks, a Dunkin', or something like that. What's your go-to? That isn't why I sent chaos. Don't misrepresent me trolling William with Ludba. It's me being pro-chaos. I don't know, I mean, it's here. I don't know what else to say. I do need to get it into a bath, though. Give Lucius a bath so we can paint him. I've been too distracted by cute lizards. My downfall. Cute critters. Sarah is doing good. Teaching fractions to my little one. I hope that goes well. I remember some of that being confusing at first. It goes well. Am I gonna sneeze? No. But's going for the mocha. White chocolate mocha. Coffee black. Peppermint mocha today. I was gonna say, when it starts to get cooler, I go for the peppermint. I'm not, like, huge on peppermint, but, like, 'tis the season. I have the syrup to do it at home, too. My go-to is what I told Panda, the iced caramel macchiato. But when the Christmas drinks comes out, the caramel brulee, well, my favorite of their seasonal stuff. Good. Love like Truck Oxnash, welcome in. How we doing today? We're working on some more lizards and dinosaurs. Hope you're having a good Monday. I'm just doing a little bit of a glaze to give them a little bit more depth. Feel like I probably should have started a little bit darker for the airbrushing, but that's okay. Add it back. Oh, it's hot out, by the way. We are manifesting winter with our peppermint mochas. It's someone says, hot outside, iced coffee black, cold outside, Americano, extra shot with a splash of heavy cream. I used to do the peppermint one all the time. After a year or two, a year of like 2 of them a week, I started to feel like I was drinking pure sugar. Not quite a year, but a Christmas season. The white mocha is a lot of sugar. Yeah, I like one every now and then, but it is a ton of sugar. I used to do Americanos all the time. Anna first says the 5-minute thing seems to be paying off for me. Why? Did you hear that? Helping. Helping. If anyone else to hop in, we're doing 5 minutes a hobby each day, and Sly's tracking it. It was cool to see the little progress update. What is everyone working on today? What do we got on the table, chat? Or maybe later today after work. What do we got? I think this will probably be my only hobby for today, because I'll focus on admin after. We're gonna make sure our YouTube video is ready to roll tomorrow. I'm gonna do a Patreon post with that as well. So our first mini basic video will be up tomorrow. I'll take time to get all that done. I think I'm gonna reach out for emotes, and I'm gonna reach out for my next tattoo, because it looks like she does have some availability before Christmas, and I wanna steal it. So I'm gonna steal it. Get that figured out today. Bill, hello. Cold outside, Americano. Hot. Americano, hot. Hot outside, Americano, hot. Bill knows what he wants. How are you today? Let's see. I always get shaky from coffee. Oh, is tea a possibility? Worth a shot, I think. Yeah. Get something with a little bit lower caffeine. What would that be? The, like, green teas? Would that be better? Have to go for the caffeine. I don't know. Getting green tea is what you'd be looking at. But since I've been doing the pumpkin spice creamer every day, it's making black coffee taste less good. Getting used to all the sugar. Yep, that'll do that. Let's see, if I want to blow 500 plus calories up, one large... I don't know how to pronounce that. Latte at the local coffee shop. Chocolate cherry latte, please? That sounds really good. Ooh. I think, yeah, as like a treat, absolutely something like that. Gotta have it every now and then. Do we need an intervention? No. Hear me out, Honor first. This is still my first tattoo. My first tattoo is my sleeve. So we just have to finish it. You just hear me out now. We're still on the first. Let's see, I also have WVW reward tracks to grind. No hobby, but almost done. How many more hours do we think that is, Wasted Mind? For your Guild Wars stuff. How close are we getting? The Lovely Chuck says, I've finished assembling 10 of my orc boys. I still have the unit leader to build. I'm trying to decide if I want to paint them after we... is that world leaders? Or build my orc boss model as well, so I can paint them all at once. Let me go back and make sure I read that correctly. Paint them after, or build my orc boss. I think especially for like base coats and stuff, it's nice to do it all at once. When you get to details, it's a little easier to split things up. I think if you're doing like all the base coats together, that can be really good. So I'll throw that out there as you decide. But I think that does help me. Alright, I never got the silver on their little necklaces. Look at that. My brother's daily coffee drink from Dutch Brothers is literally 660 calories. Holy shit. That is half my calories for the day. Yeah, nope. I do, I used to work for Starbucks, so now when I make my drinks here, I have the sugar-free syrups. And I still only do, like, half of what they put into it. Those, some of those drinks at the coffee shops are ridiculous. But says, that's what someone addicted to tattoos would say. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Badger, hello, how are you today? What you up to? Riot, welcome in. Blort, back to you. How are you? Nikki, 0 to face tats in 7.5 months for it'll be fun going back to like streams a year from now. Just watch my arm slowly get covered. It's like I'm a time lapse. Yeah. Mine says down to 2 hours after spending 10 yesterday doing it. It finishes 1 out of 7 steps on 11 different achievements to make legendary accessories. When they started posting calories on menus, eye-opening coffee, milkshakes, basically, yeah. Especially if you like the frappuccinos and things. It's a lot. It's a lot. Alright. Silver. Next. Let's see, grooming here. Thanks, just editing the stuff. Lizards are looking sweet. Thank you so much, Badger. They have been so much fun. I am just in love with this army. It has pulled me out of painting slumps like twice already. Because yeah, you can't go wrong painting lizards and dinosaurs. You just can't. Even if I have a day where I don't like kind of know what I'm doing, like so fun. I think the only thing was the frog chair, and that was just there's so many details on that model. But that's almost done too, so I feel like we've now done the hard part. The rest is now just lizards. Scott, how you doing? Sorry, I didn't say hi. I see you blank. CJM, hello, how are you? Doing well here, how are you? Or just painting lizards? Terrible sales is dumb. They do be dumb. Sorry. You can hopefully get through some of it. Mini airplanes are up. Oh, did we get an article? Usually we have new minis on Monday, so we've got. We can take a look here in a moment if we want. That shade I did nothing. I think we need to go a little bit darker. Termigan says, if I start playing Warhammer again, I'd go with dinos and lizards. They're so much fun, Termigan. If you do, I can recommend. Do you use shop towels? I do, yep. Are they worth ordering special for painting? We just get them at the auto place. We just go to, like, AutoZone and grab them. I mean, if you've already got an order, then yeah, give them a try. They tend to hold up a little bit better. They're more like a cloth than a paper towel. So I really like them. Let me find mine. But yeah, I can show you my very gross shop towel. I think that's the other part I like is they last a while. I'm not changing it as often as a regular paper towel. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone asked me what's up, and I replied with many airplanes. I gotcha. Sorry, we're chomping at the bit for some Imperialis news. Repray, hello, how are ya? And they're reusable. Oh, wrong shop towels. These are not like a towel. But prefer these to the paper towel, regular paper towel. Look at my gross shop towel. I like to keep it because I keep my gross shop towel longer. Did that not sell you, Wasted Mind? I don't understand. But no, I can fold it over and I can have. I kind of keep one side for like dry brushing, one side for nicer, just to like wipe my brush as I'm going. Oh yeah, they last a while. Nice. Let's see, Badger says, I'm groovy up at my brother's house for a few days. Oh, actual internet. We get full Badger here for a few days. Love it. I'm glad. Badger, did you see those Christmas boxes? You thinking about any of them? I'm gonna ask chat the same question now that it looks like we have pricing. Anyone thinking about going in for the Christmas boxes? They will be up for a pre-order here this next Saturday. If you go through a local store, I would say go ahead and get on the list early, because they will probably sell out. Very else will be Thursday news. Okay. Couldn't remember. I use the regular paper towels until they're completely destroyed, so maybe would be worth. I would say don't go out of your way for them, but if you've already got an order started, or if you happen to drive past an O'Reilly's or an AutoZone, yeah, I think they're worth it. I think Home Depot also carries them. The new Flesh Eater Court character is gorgeous, though. It's helped me finally decide on Age of Sigmar army. Ooh, which one is that? Arman says, I'm doing it! Gonna register today for the mini exchange. Let's go! Let's go! Hey Zachary Nation, welcome in. This is Warhammer. So for Warhammer 40k or Age of Sigmar is what I've got today. How are you? Welcome on in. We do have a new one. Okay, we're going to open that up here in just a moment. I do kind of want the World Eaters. I think the World Eaters is going to go pretty quick. That one seems to be very popular from everyone talking about it. It's on work keyboard when you were talking about the hobby mojo a few minutes ago. Stormcast and Kingdom Death have been keeping me busy lately. It's nice when you find those projects to bring you back to it, isn't it? The blue shop paper towels. Okay, Costco has them too. Yeah, there's lots of places. If you're out and about, you can probably grab it. All right, let's hop over and take a look at the mini there. Got a few today. I saw that before we went up, there was the Old World about like the movement and stuff. So if anyone is interested in Old World, check that out. Hill of the North, welcome in. How are you today? Oh, we got Abnec and Neck. Okay, let me just pull up everything. And then I'll transition. Okay. Jazzy, welcome in. Squeezel, hello. How are ya? You mentioned more time, Badger. Days like today. Take the internet away. Alright, let's get this pulled up. Alright, so here is, let's start with the Flesh Eater Court, since that's why we came over here. Hail to the noble seneschal who makes safe the borders of his master's kingdom. Let's see. Foul forest demons and sinister assassins are abroad in the mortal realms. In such tumultuous times, it is incumbent upon the munificence of the Summer King to protect his borders and citizens from the barbarians who reave the land. This crucial duty is bestowed with great honor upon the Summer King's most mighty and chivalrous kinsfolk, who are granted the distinguished title of Abhorrent Gore Warden. That's fun. For their stalwart defense of the realm. Stationed in great redoubts at strategic points across the land, these determined marcher lords are sworn to protect the boundaries of their liege's kingdom at all costs. That's a big old tactical rock there. Big old tactical rock. It's cool though. Very tall boy. The Gore Wardens hold symbolic rings of keys, the keys to the kingdom, which represent their court-appointed authority over the gates to their lord's blessed land. Many also take up the fashion of magnificent ruffs that mark them like sunbursts as anointed servants of the Summer King. Bali. Thank you so much for the bits. Danny, how are you today? Some whisper that the devoted Margraves pursue their solemn duty with too great a fervency, verging perhaps on territorial obsession. These are mere murmurings of dissent from jealous courtiers, or intruding miscreants soon to be imprisoned in the cells of the Gore Warden's keep. Here's more details. It falls to the Gore Wardens to rouse trespassers, apprehend poachers, and intercept treacherous scouting parties from hostile lands. They rally their swiftest bannermen to meet the task. These fierce men and women descend upon their quarry as though carried by great wings, a result surely of many years spent in the pursuit of their sacred duty. This is a cool looking mini. What do we think? Oh, Alchemist Models, welcome on in. We are taking a look at, we got some new minis today on the Warhammer community site, so we're taking a look. Merlin Models, hello. Spark Minis. Princess, hello. Sibio, hello. How we all doing today? So yeah, I'll put the link back in chat here so you guys can follow along with us. We're taking a look at the new goodies today. How was stream? What we're working on today? Welcome on in. Tell us all about it, Alchemist Models. Sorry, I didn't miss anything. Great Readling, hello. How are you? We all grooving. Welcome in. So we have a new Flesh Eater Court model. We tortured Alchemist again, as streaming goes, right? How are you today? Welcome. We will be working on some Seraphon after we go through articles. So that's what I've got today. We're taking a little break to look at new stuff. Hoot, hello. How are you? What you up to today? Alright, so there is a Flesh Eater Courts. The other one, we do have some 40k news. Here is Exert mechanical supremacy with new combat patrol boxes for Mechanicus and Necron. Oh, we got the wingy boys. So new flash shooter looks good. Stream was good, thanks. Painting up some post-apocalyptic models for the shop. That's awesome. Chat, you know what to do. If you want to check out some post-apocalyptic models, some other miniature painting here on Twitch, go give a follow. Go there, share that love back. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Yeah, go check that out, chat. Here's what we've got. Codex, Adeptus Mechanicus, and Necron are both on the immediate horizon. Each brings a new combat patrol of cold-hearted logisticians who want nothing more than to snuff out biological life with their superior technology. So here is AdMech box. This comes with... Doing the skim, I don't want to read everything. Let's see, we've got a Tech Priest Manipulus by the name of... Is it Scanned? Goes to war protected from enemy fire by a squad of 10 Skitarii Vanguard. Got enhancement. Okay, so we've got rules mixed in with, I wanted just a list of everything. So there are some of the rules for our AdMech players. We've got the 5 Taraxi Sterilizers, who provide a potent deep strike threat with their phosphor torches, and 3 Cerberus Sulfur Hounds, fast flame-spewing cavalry that who can trade up into tougher foes. General Codex stuff. But there is the AdMech box. What do we think? Anyone interested in AdMech? I know they've been, meta-wise, it's a little rough for them right now, so we'll have to see what Codex does for them. I like that the cavalry's in it. I think the cavalry are really cool. And then Necrons. Let's see. Combat Patrol Necrons is an elite contingent of living metal warriors with a burning desire to return the galaxy to a state of cold stasis. So this comes with 10 Necron warriors, 3 Scorpec destroyers, a Canoptic Doomstalker, and 3 of these Scarab swarms. The Necron box. The Necron box is what I was going to field yesterday, so sounds like maybe perfect. Just like, I was going to say, this is a lot of Indomitus. Little Paintbot, welcome in. How are ya? I like the idea of doing AdMech, but I think it would take me years and years to paint any. AdMech are one of those, I feel like they're tough just with all of the metallics and stuff. I feel like a lot of people burn out on them, which is tough, because like there's some cool models in there, but they're definitely, I feel like they're a tougher paint. Let's see, rules for Combat Patrol. So there are some downloads and some rules for those who play them. I'm not going to go into all of that, but they are available if you guys want to check. So yeah, we've got Flesh Eater Court model, and then 2 boxes, AdMech and Necrons. What do we think? Necron Combat Patrol may be my only choice to get on our Reanimator Doomstalker. They're not available separate, are they? That's the tough part with some of these boxes. It takes a while to get some of this separately. Like, if you don't pick the box that they're in, it's, Missing the Storm's its own thing, like it doesn't come on other mini sprues. Well, I think that's all we had. Let me transition back. And then the other article I know I did see was for Old World with movement. So doing the... I don't want to go into all of it, but I'll pull it up so you guys can kind of see how this works for those who haven't played like a rank and file game. I will await when I feel like it. Here is what we're doing for Old World. So we've got different formations. So if you guys are, if you've only played Age of Sigmar, the rank and file have the different formations here. The Lance formation I think is really cool with horses. I think as someone who loves cavalry, that would be really cool. I don't think I've done it separately. Doomstalker is its own kit. Oh, okay. I was trying to remember, because we played a little bit of fantasy, but it's been a long time getting traumatic flashbacks. I feel like the one that causes a little bit of that is, if we scroll down here, this one. I got a little bit of that with this. And I remember having to, like, learn some of this when when I was trying to learn fantasy, getting the getting everything to line up so you can get your charge and... Yep, I remember all this. What have we got here? Oh, there's more of the phases. But yeah, for those looking forward to Old World, there is... I'm not going to go through all of it today. A lot of reading. And honestly, I don't know how many people are interested in Old World, but... Pivot! Yeah. But if you want to go through that, it's on the community page, so that's what I've got. And now we're going to go back to our dinosaurs. It's basically a big monsters move in Age of Sigmar. It's, I remember doing it way back when. I'm not the one who's gonna go back to it, so... This just looks too complicated. It's kind of a pain, yeah. Honestly, yeah. I think it just causes more arguments than anything. It's kind of like... I put it up there with, like, the templates and stuff, where it's just... It just causes more arguments, you know? Hey, Vegeta, welcome in. I'm nostalgic and excited for wheeling. You can have all of it. Alright, let's go back. Yeah, figuring out the charge is the front, the flank, arguing about that again, vehicle facings all over. It really is. Yeah. Yeah. I remember some of that. So for those interested in Old World, you can have all of the wheeling and dealing you want. But there is more on community if you want to check it out. Scatter dice, yep. Remember the flamer templates? I feel like those were a little bit easier to get figured out, like what was in there. The blast templates, though, yeah, that was just a lot of arguments. Blood Bowl takes place in alternative Old World, I think, so just play that instead. Very, very different rule set, but yeah, if you like more of the fantasy vibe, but you don't want to do rank and file, and more humor with Blood Bowl. Which more war games use the ship movement mechanics from the Star Wars game? Movement templates that leave zero space for arguments. It only took them 8 editions to make it 100% clear on the front versus flank charge. Go, Games Workshop. Well, surely now they've got it figured out, right? Surely. Hey, TJG, welcome in. One of the worst parts of the old system. I have no idea why they're bringing it back. People like rank and file. Are you building bases for your Seraphon? What are you doing for yours? Oh yeah, sorry. Let me back up a minute. For those who came over for the raid, this is for my Seraphon army. So I picked up the Aggradons. So I have a unit of them, and then also the Star Veteran. Got the I went full command for these boys, so I've got musician, banner, all of that. They're gonna go all together. And then I've also got my Raptadon Hunters, which I'm just calling my Synthwave Chocobos. I decided to play with the yellow over magenta to have some fun. But I've got 5 of those that I am working on as well. So that is my pile of lizards. I also have... I'm going to change my Star Master, because he's not done yet. But I want to make the feathers match what we've done on the others, and then he will be done. And then I also have Lord Croak that'll get the same thing. And then all of that be ready to roll. What is it you're putting on the blue boys? It is actually just Stegodon Scale Green. I am thinning it down, and I should have started a little bit darker in my airbrushing. I was trying to kind of differentiate the scales and the skin more. But it needs it, so I'm going back. Let's see. I love the red and black contrasting with the yellow, and then the magenta and the big old chicken. I just built a Star Master and Lord Croak over the past week or 2. I will wait for that ad. Hey, Geezer UK, welcome in. Here in the South Coast UK, popped back into hobby goodness from about, 7 to 8 year hiatus. Well, welcome back to the hobby. What are we working on? What we got picked out? Welcome, welcome. We are happy to have you. I've been working on my Seraphon here lately. We finally got a game of Age of Sigmar in, and it was a lot of fun. So I really want to get more of them ready for our next game. For Sigmar, I've got Seraphon, I've got Skaven, and then Slanesh. For 40k, I've got Space Wolves, Tyranid, Eldar, and now Emperor's Children. Are my armies that I'm kind of working on. Welcome on in. Oh, I can barely see it. Dumb colorblind eyes. I was like, has she just been water on those? The super thin, no. It is super thin Stegodon Scale Green. But if you're saying it's subtle, then perfect. What we needed. We just need a little bit darker. That's all I need. Who won, by the way? I did, yeah. We found out the Vargeist are not great. I think we both expected them to be a heavier hitting, like, cavalry like these guys. And honestly, they're more like these guys, which neither of us, I think, expected, so... Next time, though, now that we figured out everything that Laukavai can take, I think I'm gonna get crushed. I'm scared of everything he was looking at after. Yeah. Yeah. My list was the Aggradons, the Hunters. I took some Skinks to fill out the list. I took a Carnosaur, and I took the new Salamander, the spawn of Kotek. So that was my list of lizards. Alright, I'm gonna start highlighting up these boys while that wash dries. Wet noodle wings! Yeah, I also thought they would be tankier and punch a little bit more. But now that we know they do more maneuvering things, maybe change them up next time a little bit. You're back. What was I about to say? Let me refresh my memory. Starmaster. Okay. The Starmaster and Croak they're really clever kits, how they go together. They have a lot of details. a lot of details. I hope they are fun for you. I'll be honest, I lost a little bit of steam on them. But man, getting them done, it's so worth it. So cool. What I highlighted with? Try Gorthor. Here, Bray, hello, how are you? Croak was slightly stressful, a little bit. He's got all of the, because I try to do sub-assemblies too. Oops. Casing needs to get glued on. Having all of the, like, terrain stuff, trying to do sub-assemblies was a pain in the butt. Oh, they're your first GW minis. You are, I will say, jumping in the deep end a little bit, but you can do it. They're, especially the Starmaster is a very clever little kit in that a lot of pieces kind of overlap each other to kind of come together. A little bit of a puzzle, but you got this. The damn spiral stone thingies, yeah. It's, the mini is a lot. It's a lot. It's so cool though once he's all together. Okay, Norman, thank you for the lurk. Enjoy the new store. Yeah, Geezer, what did you pick to get back to the hobby? What projects have we got? Welcome back to it. These new speed contrast paints, what would you recommend as the best white base coat? Sure, so if you are doing the speed paints, Games Workshop does have base coats for those. I will recommend those because it has a slightly kind of satiny finish to it. And what it does is it allows that contrast to flow into all of the recesses and work how it's supposed to work. So if you go with either the Games Workshop one, which is kind of designed for it, or if you pick a kind of more satin finish, if you want to go a different brand. But basically you're looking for that so that the paint will flow into the recesses. So whether that's Games Workshop or any other like satin primer. I don't know any off the top of my head. Chat, if you have one that you use, feel free to throw that in chat. But yeah, that's why they are different, is the finish is a little different. Why is there GW written on the GW color? Oh, I label them, so Gorthor Brown. Because they are in a drawer, I can match up the color and the name really quickly. Easier for me. Some of them are like similar, and I want to find them quickly for stream. So I label the top of all of mine. I do feel like all the little leaves and talismans and microstone chunkies. I found Spurberg a few off my accent, surgery them fairly seamlessly. It's still wild how many details there are. Yeah, I got them off Mini Swap for way cheaper. Slon was 80 shipped and Croak was 95 shipped. Worth it, yeah. But that is the nice part, is with some super glue, you can absolutely get them right back where they need to be. Glad you're able to get a deal on them. Let's see, I walked into my local board game dice and drink shop. They had Star Wars Shatterpoint on display. Had an into struggle, was hooked, so I dug around my place, pulled out all the hobby goodness. Let's go. I know here a lot of people were checking out Shatterpoint. And then, yeah, going back to the contrast primer. If you want to go with a warm tone, so if you're doing more warm colors like the yellows and things, that's Wraithbone. Gray Seer has a little bit of a cooler color to it. So if you're working on grays, things like that, that can kind of help push your paints kind of that direction. So there are a couple options, but they will both have that finish for the contrast paints. Hey Paleo Jedi, welcome in. How are ya? Princess says, definitely feel like I got my money's worth. Love them good. Yeah, I hope you love working on them. Norman says, I accidentally grabbed a Liquitex rattle can for white instead of Vallejo. Here is me going for 5th rattle can company in half a year. What gold am I using? It's kind of a meme on our stream, but it is Retributor armor. So that is Retributor with some Agrax over it. The trick with this, and what I have found, I think a lot of people over-thin it. So I just use a little bit of water to get it nice and smooth. Yeah, it's a, it's a question I get asked so often, we even have a command for it. And I'm going to be doing a YouTube video on it, so if you guys want to follow along the whole process of gold, I will throw my YouTube in here. We are actually going to have a new video up tomorrow. I am doing a mini basics series, which is basically kind of designed for anyone just getting into the hobby, or maybe coming back after a break. But it's kind of the frequently asked questions I get here in stream. So the first one is going to be assembling plastic miniatures. You guys have kits, if you're new to Warhammer, and you kind of want to see what to expect, how to dive in, that will be up tomorrow if you want to subscribe over there. Clerk time for meeting sounds good, Panda. Haley Jedi says, good, thanks. Organizing the hobby room, yes. Did we get anything, like some new storage or anything for it? Exciting. I need to do a bit of that here this week as well. I want to make that closet back there more useful. I need to figure out how I want to do it. I think like late this week I should be able to tackle some of it. Yeah, I usually mix Retributor with Vallejo metal color gold to thin it, but it does shift the tone slightly colder. That makes sense, yeah. You have a tutorial for paint OSL. Bought a couple of awesome figures for an Iron Maiden. I need to do them justice. Not yet. I do have it on my list, though. I'm kind of trying to knock out the easy stuff first. Dive into more. So not yet, but on the way. That sounds like a cool project, though, Yerber. I'm going to ask, again, for those who came over at the raid, what projects have we got on the table? Sounds like we've got some Seraphon. Looking at some Shatterpoint. What's everyone else got? I've had these. We started some Malifaux last week, which were pretty fun. Where'd my lady go? She's not done yet, but the lady went with the skull makeup to go with my Day of the Dead crew. I'm still not sold on the purple shawl, but for now I'm gonna leave it. I feel like it needs something. And then we gotta pick our next Kingdom Death project. We have, I think we're gonna do my mini exchange tomorrow, which is the Gladiator. But then I want to pick a bigger Kingdom Death project. I knew the Trooper one alone, but after death, yeah, I don't even know where to start. T-Dub says, pretty excited for today. I'm getting another airbrush compressor delivered. Trying to finish the base paint on the bikes without it isn't fun. Yeah, I think worth waiting for that to come in for that. Especially because you want it all to match, too. The tricky part with armies is making sure that, like, if you switch to hand, it's going to look a little bit different than your other ones. It says not minis, but I'm getting ready to cut a hole in the wall in my gaming room and build a built-in display cabinet for minis. That's going to be awesome, Jesse. Got all the cool projects. I have to admit, I'm having a canvas and oil color. Oh, chalk phase right now. That's cool. I think kind of hopping to something else for a little bit can be really good. Because you can learn from that and bring it back over if you want. I think following what you feel like working on is huge, even if it's not. Even if it's not the initial plan, like I want to get this army together or this mini done. Pretty big to follow what you want to work on. Fighting a little bit of that myself. I've got a couple projects I want to start, but I feel like it needs to be after Thanksgiving and other stuff gets finished. Then I'll try and carve out some time. Really want to get this game room put together. It's going to be so cool when you're done, Jesse. I'm excited for you. Jam says, I've just changed jobs. Some other stressors have given me hobby block, so I'm just taking a break. That's good. Glad you're taking a break. Definitely don't want to force it. It can be relaxing. Definitely don't force it. I hope everything gets better here soon. Kind of calms down a bit for you. A lot going on. I stuck 3 pieces of wood together to make a shelf for paint. There you go. Also being handy. We got confirmation this morning of team holiday for day after Thanksgiving. Good. Do you still need to put in your other days? Whatever you had decided, I don't remember now. What will be your next Kingdom Death model? I kind of liked your idea of getting Atnos out for Christmas. I don't like that idea. I may take a look and see if that's gonna be possible. I think we need to see if that's possible. Because if we did that, I would probably want to do a video of building, even if it's just like a time lapse. A matter of getting it on stream. I missed most of the streams last week. Did you do any Malifaux for spooky season? I did not. I stuck to Kingdom Death this year. So I did the large version of Devil Satan, which was actually featured in their newsletter. So if you guys get the Kingdom Death newsletter, my Devil Satan is in there. We did the Flower Knight costume, and then we did another little Disciple of the Witch. I don't think I've actually posted yet. It was just a little quick paint, though, so I might not. But nothing Malifaux this time. I did start, though, our next... the Wake the Dead box. I started her. And then I'm trying to figure out how I want to pull in the rest of my Day of the Dead crew colors to the rest of them. I really want them to all match. You confirm with team members so I don't overlap. That sounds good. Once I've settled in and got this pain in my mouth out of the way, should calm things down. That's good. Just put in for Friday off. Let's go, butts. Any butts is off. Mom's away for the weekend, so long dad-daughter weekend. That'll be nice. Atnos for Christmas. I think it has to happen. I will probably pick maybe one more smaller one. I'm trying to remember what I have from last year. I guess I would have like that Chaos Elf. I need to see if I actually want to work on that one. I don't think I liked it as much as some of the others. C. Decker, hello, how are ya? We're doing well. What you up to today? We're working on more of our dinosaurs. Get some more highlighting done. So that they're ready for the next game. The goal. Time we throw down. Got painted lizards. I just finished building her yesterday. Her head took me like 3 hours. It was tricky getting, yeah, the head and the hair in the right spot. I do remember that. A tricky little mini. So I've got, oh, the one I hate, spilled paint pot. I'm going to show you so you can. This. You built this yet? His stupid arm. Have you built this? This thing is already broken off, I think, twice. Yes. Yeah, that one painted. Okay. If it falls off again, you know what? It's just gonna stay off. I'm at that point. I don't care anymore. Let's see, I need more Malifaux. Shame there isn't much of a scene for it near me in the UK. Sounds like, yeah, time to get a couple starters. You know, have some painted, ready to go. People can try it with. It's a really fun system. I really like Malifaux. There's a small community here for it. You really have to kind of be in the Discords and stuff to get a game. But then I am fortunate in that Scott also likes Malifaux. But yeah, it's clever, and then all the minis are really... I've got the model 33 to build today. I don't remember which one that one is. C-Decker's asking, who's getting the Red Gobbo? Who's getting the new little Red Gobbo mini? I might. I'll see how we... I think it may depend on Atlas that we were just talking about. I might get him. The Red Gobbo minis are fun. I love holiday minis. Malifaux's got him. Kingdom Death's got him. Now, Games Workshop's got him. They're just fun little break minis. 33 is Guild Outcast. She comes with Tara Lady J Master Box. Okay. I'll have to look that one up. As we get more into things. Don't remember off the top of my head. Pretty new around your crew. I'm excited to see how you do the bigger monsters. Yeah. So I can say it's similar to how we do the larger Warhammer. I will probably have a day where I build it for probably YouTube. And then I will airbrush to get started and bring it on stream. I try to do sub-assemblies. So something that large will have in probably a couple different sub-assemblies. And then nothing else to do but to dive in. Should be fun. Okay, let me open that real quick. Reminder, exclamation weird, that we are also an affiliate with Malifaux. So if you guys are looking at some Malifaux, we do have an affiliate link that helps support the stream. So thank you everyone who uses that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that mini. Okay. It's a cool one. What is this big model we're talking about? It is Atlas from Kingdom Death. I don't have it nearby to show. It is a very large model that came in the Gambler's chest. So that giant box we did the unboxing for, it is part of all that. So I think if we've got time, that'll be our prompt. I just need to check the old schedule and see if that'll work. Katniss the Child Eater. Nothing says Christmas like. If you're wondering why that's a Christmas project, you can rearrange the letters. The Santa. Oh, it's actually backward. Yeah. And that's why we're talking about it as a Christmas project. And if you look it up, you will see why. All right. I think we're almost done. These scales. No, it's not the most exciting thing to watch, but it's a lot of this miniature. Getting these highlights done. We'll just cruise on through them. Get them done. Let's see, yesterday after stream, I ended up watching the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Anyone else watch that? I thought it was pretty good. I've not played the games, but I thought it was pretty good. So did that and then did some admin type stuff yesterday. Anyone else playing anything, watching anything good? Oh boy, I googled that. That's pretty dark, yeah. I feel like when we work on it, I will probably keep more of it on YouTube as well. Sorry for you? For what? I saw it on Halloween. Never got into the games, but enjoyed it. The lore is fun, yeah. I thought it was pretty good. Let's see, been playing Diablo again. Been pretty fun. Watching some of the news around WoW and stuff. Continues to be interesting to me. Five Nights? That was pretty good. It's definitely PG-13, so they kind of kept, it wasn't anything too crazy. It was pretty good. I liked it. I think as someone who, yeah, doesn't even, I know vaguely the like big lore. I was able to hop in and enjoy it, even though I've never played them. I feel like those who are fans of the series probably got a lot more out of it, but there's things where like I knew it was a reference, but I don't know the reference kind of type things. Hey Greenleaf, welcome in. How are ya? We're working on dinosaurs today. Telling chat I was watching movies after stream yesterday. Blizzbomb got you back into WoW. As we just had a double check. Giant Forge Road Dino still doesn't exist. Nope, I know. I've got some 3D print big dinos though. Like files. So if we ever get to that point where I can take a giant dino, I'll just have to pick out which one I want. Chris the Snack, welcome in. We got murder lizards. How are you today? Welcome in. Trying to get these little squads finished for our next game. Whenever that is, I want these to be ready. I'm gonna take another day today to do that. What are you up to? How's everyone's Monday going? Wasn't scary, but didn't stop my crush spending the entire runtime with a scarf in front of her eyes, constantly saying no. That's when I discovered my first stick. It was nice seeing, what's his name? Josh Drusen? PETA from Hunger Games. In something else. I think he did a good job. I don't think I had seen him in anything else since then. Fierce Lion, thank you so much for that sub for 29 months of support. How are you today? Says, hello, I'm definitely getting the Red Gobbo. I want to build a Red Gobbo army of Grots that sabotage a revolution and toppled Orc rule over Grots. I love it. Let's go. The Red Gobbo models are a lot of fun. I think you'll love it. Welcome on in. Thank you again for the support. I think that's right, CJM. I think I had it. Wasn't sure. I think you did a good job, though. Let's see. Chris says, besides finally gotten... Oh, you're caught by the Rona. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling better here soon. Pretty good. We're good here. Just trying to get the week started. Got lizards to paint. We've got Chaos Knights to airbrush. And I've got some admin stuff to do this week. So gearing up. I think I'm at the point with the Chaos Knights where it's time to airbrush the next one and then get the skeleton, the frame of both done. Do those together. At least until I find out where these Elric bases are, because I haven't heard yet. Which is weird. I'll be part of my admin work this week, I guess. Tracking down bases I ordered. Let's see. It's weird not being able... Oh, you have... Okay. Not being able to taste or smell stuff. Other than that, pretty okay. Felt like a dog from Wednesday till Saturday. Pretty okay now. Jeez. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better now. Yeah. The not being able to taste or smell must be the strangest thing. How long is... That can still go on for a while, right? Like, I've seen, like, an update on that. Just in time for your vacation, too? No, I'm sorry. That's the worst. But yeah, I hope you feel better. Hope senses come back here soon. That must be the strangest feeling. I remember watching so many videos, like, when COVID, like, had just... Like, lockdowns and everything were happening. People were just, like, crunching into an onion and things like that. Timothy, hello! This is a very nice dinosaur. Thank you. I'm just dropping in to see you smile for a quick pick-me-up. I hope your Monday's going well, Timothy. How was, if you can stay here for a second with us, how was weekend? If not, I understand. Enjoy the lurk. Well, we got here. I'll show you all my dinosaurs. We have this dinosaur we're working on. We have Leader Dinosaur, which I finally found his stupid base. And then I have Synthwave Chickens. That's what we've got today. I hope that helps. Whoops. I ate some pasta yesterday and couldn't figure out why I couldn't taste anything. Then I remembered why 10 minutes later. Shit's wild. Yeah, I can only imagine. How weird. Chat, reminder, if you can get your booster, go get your booster. Get that and the flu. Get it all done. Holidays are coming. Get your stuff taken care of. Bill says, Grift has got a bath. Poor little guy is traumatized. Where's my steak? It's the best when they want to immediately go outside and get stinky again. More dinosaurs, please. Do you want to see? Here's all my dinosaurs. Dinosaur, 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 dinosaur. And then we have chicken dinosaur, chicken dinosaur, chicken dinosaur. So that's what, nine dinosaurs? And then I can also share a frog. How are you today? Welcome in. Is there anything you're working on? But this is my Seraphon army we're trying to get together. Dinosaurs on dinosaurs on dinosaurs. Wizard Oak, welcome in. How are ya? We need a Gorm stream. We've talked about doing Gorm. I definitely want to get a holiday project. If we got time. Oh, and the new RSV shot. If you're elderly, a kid, or autoimmune. There we go. I think I had seen the recommendation was to do 2. Make sure to split them up, but then get them in. I can say I don't recommend doing both in the same arm. That hurt a lot. I had to do that because I had my new tattoo. I don't recommend that. If you can space them out, make sure you've got some time to recover. Get all the things you may need. This weekend was a hoot. Gearing up for teaching Warhammer next Saturday. Heard you're painting a synthwave chicken. I love it. Fusion, my favorite general, my 3rd favorite meat. Who's that chicken for? Those are mine. My babies. That was when the Seraphon Army box came out. What they are from. So I will actually have 5 more at some point. I need to build them still. But these are all my babies. Frog legs and fried chicken dinosaur. Yum. That's what Scott's probably going to say next game. Yeah. Fry up my dinosaurs. As long as I can take out a few of them on the way, I'll be happy. But yeah, apparently Laukavai lets, like, all of the big critters be, like, battle line. Like, you can take, like, a billion terrorgeists and things. So I'm a little scared now. I think I want to try the... I don't think the Troglodon's very good in-game, but I want to see what it does. So I think I might take that next time. I also have the solar engine that I need to try, so I think that'll go into the list. Hey, Spiredine, welcome in. How are you? A Dromasaurus? It is. Dromasaurus Rex. How are you? This is our musician for the group. The best part is the writer has his little drumstick. Very cute. So I went full command for this squad, and then when I get more, because I know I want more, fill out with the regular deers. For now, full command. Guess I should see if it's worth. I feel like for Warhammer in general, anything that comes in threes, 6 seems to be a good number. See if that is correct. Jesse says, I just posted some thoughts for mini exchange in the Discord. Want opinions? Are you looking at miniatures? If you guys want to help Jesse, that's in our Discord. The link is there in chat. I will take a look when we're done. The Discord is open to anyone, so if you want to come join us, it's kind of our home away from home when we're not streaming. We talk hobby stuff. You can share what you're working on. I do stream announcements in there. Feel free to come join us. I just saving money for my new Warhammer store. I heard the GW is changing prices of product. Sorry for the delay. No, you're all good. Yeah, Games Workshop does price increases every year. So we will probably get another one here early next year. Yep. Dinosaurs. Alive Menace, how are you today? We do have dinosaurs. Gotta highlight them. For anyone curious, favorite meats are long pig, pork, chicken, lamb, and then beef. Tier list. Hey Darth Infamous and Nicholas, how we doing today? Darth says, are you after any of the Christmas boxes? Which one is your fave? I will not be, because I need to finish the rest of my Seraphon. What about you, Darth? You looking at one? We will be getting the Soulblight one for Scott, though. Scott has been working on Soulblight, and that box will kind of fill out everything else he was looking at. So. Our household will be getting one, but it's not for me. I'm just going to get some Croxagores, I think, and then I'm good. The Chaos one was kind of tempting, though, Darth. The Fantasy Chaos one. War Horde. Eternus War Horde. Same question back, chat. Any Christmas boxes we're looking at? Nicholas, what you been up to? These dinosaurs have been so much fun. I'm just wishing the bad weather would stop so I can do some priming. That's the worst, waiting for the weather to cooperate when you're ready to go. Hopefully here soon you get a break. Get that priming in. Hear more about reducing some of their products. There's a price rise on larger models. The paints is probably what you've heard. The washes and stuff are in a smaller bottle. Yep. But yeah, I would say probably get used to that. I know the Christmas boxes are a little bit higher than last year. Go with the price increase. Say they were $20 more than last year. What I saw. I think Age of Sigmar were 10 to 20 more. Let's see, doing good at the end of this really riveting night conversion. Riveting as in put in tiny rivets. Yeah. Just got a pair of Fortress Cerassus Knights, secondhand, unbuilt. I think my hobby budget for the year is spent. That'll do it. I guess I'll share. With the price increases, I've noticed I am not buying as much Warhammer. I'm okay waiting until either I can get a deal, or if I really need something, I'll pick it up later. I feel like it's out of, like, impulse buy range for me now. Which is fine, like, it's a luxury product. Something I've noticed this past year or so. It's definitely something I kind of save for now, as opposed to being able to just pick up when I want a project. But it also means I've completed a lot more of my backlog than I probably would have. Hard to buy if it's not on stock. That's another good point. Yep. Especially if you're looking for an older kit. A lot of waiting on stock to come back. Everyone was looking at the Votan, but may need to be responsible. What a terrible thing. Terrible. And skip this year. Bills to pay. Pile of potential is already large enough. You've got enough projects? Yeah. Your Science says, has anyone had good experience with it? Oh, let me come right back to that thought. Sly, thank you so much for those gifted subs. Those are going out to Great Weirdling, Vantar, Yaya, Coxie, and Paleo Jedi. And thank you for the reminder. I actually need to do 5 as well from yesterday. So let me do that here in just a moment. Let me go back to Fierce Lion here. Anyone had good experience with the new Warhammer website? I wanted to buy Grot tanks. It took me a gazillion tries to get my order through. The price of Forge-Rolled Orc stuff went up $30 after the merger? I hadn't heard that. I do like that the carts are merged, but no, I don't like the new website. Tuvon, welcome in. Looking at Space Marines, so I'd flesh out the forces a bit. This says, pile of potential is way too big. Other hobbies that don't have a backlog nearly as big don't have all the toys I want for it. Pile of potential limits future buying. Interesting. Welcome back, Nicholas. Yeah, let me hop over and gift out those subs, because you guys unlocked those yesterday. So 1 second. Meow. Just so I can stay on camera. Yep. Alright, I have to go through a different window to be able to do this. 1 second. 5. Go out here in just a second. Alright, so from you guys doing your community points, those are going out to Warpforge, that Fekke, Medallion, Darksaber, and Marcus. Enjoy those subs from our community. Thank you, everyone, for throwing in your channel points. Thank you, everyone. I'll get a new one set up tomorrow. Oh, hey, Warpforge, how are you? Enjoy that sub from our community. I'll get a new challenge up tomorrow. Warpforge, what you up to today? We're working on dinosaurs. We're at the not super fun part of highlighting scales, but they're coming together. Thanks, Frontline Gamer, and it goes nice. Welcome on in. These, we'll work on the warriors for a little bit. Do you guys want to know what emotes I'm thinking of for the new ones we're doing? Or do you want it to be a surprise? Because we, at TwitchCon, they announced we get more animated emotes. And then I've actually got a couple slots open for emotes. Plus, we are so close to getting emotes over on YouTube. So I want to make sure that when that happens, we're ready to roll. The idea is, want to know or you want it to be a surprise? Totally up to you guys. So mine says, listen, MMOs and 40k, already too much potential overflowing. I need more time. Hey, Captain McGinns, welcome in. How are you today? We're working on some dinosaurs. Do you have any projects on your desk? I'm sure it's something regarding the light of the Emperor giving the blam to heresy. Aldar giving also acceptable? Rise, hello, how are ya? No surprise, only inform, please. Rise is like, I need to know what emotes you've got. Okay, let me get my list here. I'm gonna ask chat one more time. Surprise, or do you want to know? We have 1 vote for show. Wasted Mind Probably already in shambles. As it is not Eldari giving the blame. Hey, reappear. Welcome back, Panda. Welcome back from meeting. Earby says no. Jezzy says yes. Okay. I think you want to tell us. I'm okay either way. Some people like it, some people don't. Alright, if you don't want to know, I will put my hand up. And when I put my hand back down, then I have already talked about emotes. If you want it to be a surprise, hand is going up. Okay, so for animated, I want to get a clap. I want a power up, a rave, a bobble, which is the one I'm missing the most. And then the artist I found has a cute little like loading confused one. And then for regular emotes, I want a dab, because we were dabbing on YouTube. I want like a drool or a yummy. Suffer, shrug, and then a coffee one. So those are what I've got, and I've got to decide with budget and things what we do. So that's what I've got. Spoilers over. Like them. I think they'll be fun. And then I will rearrange wherever they need to be. That may be some new stuff at like tier 2. Or maybe stuff that's on YouTube for now. We'll rearrange where they need to go. You can unmute now, yep. Midwest, welcome in, how are you? I think they'll be fun. And I found an artist that I think will get the style pretty close. So we are going to someone new that can do animated stuff. We'll just go ahead and move over so we can get animated as well. Muted forever. Still alive? That's good, Midwest. It's good to see you. Are we feeling better? I feel like we've got a handful here in chat not feeling great. Hope everyone feels better soon. Do you play 40k? I do. Yep, I've got Space Wolves, Tyranids, Eldar, and now Emperor's Children. So we were working on my Tyranids for a while. If you'd like to see some of my 40k, I'm going to throw my socials in the chat. Oh, sorry, my bot already did it. I didn't see it. But if you'd like to see some of my armies, they're in there. I've got Bealtan for my Eldar. I have a custom Hive Fleet for my Nids. And then these Space Wolves, I'm kind of waiting until it's Codex time to do a whole lot more with. Your Apothecary is half done? Nice. Where are you located? I'm in the Dallas, Texas area. But yeah, it's with the new edition, I've been just playing my bugs. When I get closer to Codex time, I think I'd like to get back to my wolves. Why are wolfing so bad? I don't know. This is why I'm waiting for Codex. I'll see where they all shake out then. Like, we played a few games of 10th, and then, like, poor Scott's Knights just keep getting hit with nerfs. I really want to learn my Eldar, but of course they're doing really, really well. I kind of do want to see how it goes, but I know that's not probably going to be the most fun for Scott to play against. We're kind of waiting. Headed out, Earbright. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you later. We getting some lipstick. We getting some highlights. Yeah. He already has his little pedicure, so now it's time for our lipstick. Has anyone else been playing some tabletop? What games have we played here lately, chat? I think the next time I'll get to play will be D&D instead of Warhammer. But we get Curse of Strahd this next weekend. I'm excited to get back to it. Manny Patties, that's right! I love that emote so much. Getting mani-pedis. That's the best part of painting the mini. It's giving them a little spot, eh? Did some highlighting last night. Remind me why I started 3 armies that don't need edge highlights. That's fair. I know, I get that with Space Marines. Other stuff I can kind of tough it out, but Space Marine power armor, it's just annoying. The fatigue is real. Oh, some Magic the Gathering Rise? Nice. What do you play for Magic? What would you say your kind of color? Trying to remember from when we've talked Magic in here. I don't remember. Played some Snapship Tactics yesterday. It was a good time. I don't think I've heard of that. I feel like every time you and Panda have a lot more games than we have. To go and look these things up. Let's see. Oh, Canada. I heard Canada's like a different mindset. Love to do some fishing in Texas, somewhere around Rio Grande Basin, maybe. I am the wrong person to ask. I don't know, but it sounds like worth looking up, yeah. I'm sure there are some good spots. I don't know myself. You meant to say it's so fun, right? You love Marines, right? I love your Marines. I've Menace. I was more thinking of those white Marines I had to do. But I want to get finished. It doesn't help that the gold Gravis boys have all the edges they do. But it looks so good. It looks so good all done. It's just the grinding through them. Worth it though. Hey Medallion, if I start saying the 3-color decks, would that be overwhelming? Start saying, as in that's what you play, Medallion? Welcome in. When I did play Magic, I liked red-green. And I have a werewolf deck that I've kept, even though we're not playing. Green-white was also fun, but I like having the critters. So many board games, so little time. Oh, that says Blood Bowl training montage begins Wednesday. It's on now. It's on now. All right. Let's see what's next. Let's go ahead and highlight his little drums because that's easy before we dive into the next like batch painting thing. Canada's a different mindset. You're on the maple syrup grind set. That's a phrase I didn't think I'd get to say today. Streaming's the best. Let's see, Snapships is a tabletop-ish spaceship dogfighting game, but the minis are like kids building toy quality, and then they build a game around the toys. Let's see, I like things that go off from red, but not straight red. I feel like, yeah, when I did play, red needed a little bit of love. What did you do for the drums? So the main, like, the outside here, right now, is just Rhinox. I did Rakarth Flesh with Seraphon Sepia. And that's all so far. Now we're going to start highlighting and layering it up. I did. Welcome back, Norman. Hello. Ryan says, I play most colors. The only color combos I don't play are 5-color, most 4-color, and I don't like red-green and other color. Red-green was, I think, my favorite. Most commander decks since it's sacrificing things. Oh, to get bigger things. This is fair. That's gonna whip me into shape for the tournament, whether I like it or not. You've definitely signed up for this. Yep. You're in it now. You're in it now. I'm glad you guys get to Blood Bowl together, even if it becomes training montage. I'm glad you get to do that. Nice having a game buddy. Streaming's like a box of chocolates, true. We hit go live and we hope for the best. Commissar Zara, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome everybody coming in. Look at this bayonet charge coming in. How was your stream? What were you up to today? We are working on some dinosaurs and some lizards. We were talking about tabletop right before you guys came in. What have we been up to? Oh, and Magic the Gathering. I was trying to figure out what deck everyone plays. Hello, how was your stream? What were you up to? Let's see. We're painting, a Australian Rogel Dorn tank. Kit Bash. Chat, you know what to do. If you want to check out that tank, check out some more Warhammer here on Twitch. Go give a follow. Go check out that stream. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Imagine going to the store, coming back by the time you'd get to the shop in the usual old location. Wait. Missing something in your sentence there. I need to get Seraphon Sepia. Wonder if Army Painter Flesh Wash is close enough. I think their soft tone is close. I think that's what it is. Red and green as 2 colors fun though. It was a lot of fun. I like that I had some like things I could do immediately. Bringing in some of the critters. I felt like it was a good mix of things that you could do. That was nice. As opposed to like red, if the stars didn't align, you really couldn't do anything. Just green, I feel like, if you don't get what you need, can kind of turn into the same thing. Having a mix was really... That's what I'm gratefully making sure I don't show up and make someone else teach me live. There are people that do that with tournaments, and I don't know how they do it. My anxiety could never. I would feel awful making someone teach me during a tournament. Other people will just do it all the time. And I don't know. I don't get it. I wish Games Workshop would do more expansion to the Astra Militarum. Oh, new Catachan minis? I feel like it's one of those with like each codex. Maybe they look at it and do something. The different ones are so different. It's kind of hard to do an overall launch of everything. Yeah, I think with each codex, maybe. Does Army Painter still make the soft strong tone? I don't actually know. I don't use Army Painter myself. I thought so, but maybe not. I think I have soft tone. I know I have dark tone, and then strong tone. Yeah, I think soft tone is the closest to Seraphon. Is Aeronautica just gone from the site? I don't know. God is saying yes. Because it would be in with Imperialis, right? Yeah. Oh. Getting angy. I have to hike the Midwest again, catch some catfish, shrimp, get some unhealthy food. That's the best part. You gotta get the unhealthy food. That's the best part of traveling, for sure. Like, especially for the Midwest. Like, what else are you gonna do? As someone with family from the Midwest, what else would you do? We need a Nikki reviews of all the Army Painter paints coming out. I'll be honest. I appreciate it, Princess. I've tried Army Painter and they're not for me. I know others really like them and use a lot of their stuff. I mean, unless they're just very, very different. I'm not a huge fan, but I have one purple wash that I have from them that I use, and that's about it. If others enjoy them, though, absolutely give them a try, but not for me. Not for me. I'm wondering since they're relaunching their updated paint line soon. I mean, maybe. Maybe. I mean, yeah, if they want to make a believer out of me, I would try them. I have not been a fan of the current line. Bork, bork, bork. Hey, Bork. Cats are refusing to eat his food, so we got fish oil recommended to mix with it. Got some and mixed it in. It works now. He's now busy eating out of the bowl without the fish oil. Pets are fun. I kept having to chase Sadie around because she kept trying to eat sticks. She likes the crunch of the sticks. But she needs to not eat sticks. They're claiming up to, whoa, 700% more pigment in them. That's pretty nuts. So that's pretty crazy. Gosh. Oh, I maybe you want to see that. Maybe they'll send Nikki some samples. I mean, I can reach out. It would just be yeah, if they're open to honest feedback, I'm down. The theme? If I goof that up, please let me know. If lizards ride dinos, why do humans not ride gorilla? They could. It is Warhammer. They could. How are you? Welcome on in. We are working on, yeah, lizards on dinosaurs. So this guy will go here when we're done. Got them separate for painting right now, but working through them. How are you? Yeah, so 600% less medium. They just took all of it out, which was my main complaint about the paints. Wasteland Ranger, welcome in. How are you? Let's see. Sly says, work done. Time to shade big witch elf hair. Let's go. Every time you say it, I think of them being in like an 80s rock group. Makes me happy. Sly and the witch elves. Glad work is done. There is a new Flesh Eater Court model. He looked really good. Yeah, we brought it up on screen earlier. Chat, what did we think of the new Flesh Eater Court mini? Do you want to paint my Raptadon chargers? I don't. I mean, maybe after holidays, if you're interested. I've got 5 more to paint myself after these. Trying to decide if I do the chargers. I think in the army box I have to. I know that I got sprues for another set of hunters. I buy the paint for paint, not the medium. Yeah, Army Painter has a lot of the medium in it. I didn't care for. I'm very much a Vallejo girly. I like Vallejo paint. I feel the Flesh Eater Court model was planned for a character for Curse City expansion, really. I feel like, yeah, a lot of the Flesh Eater Court, the kind of vampire models, were probably just that. But, you know, at least we get them. At least we still get the minis. But no, you're probably right. Abhorrent Gore Warden is a pretty cool title. Agreed. I think that was the first thing when we were going over it. That's what I said too. Was like, oh, that's a pretty sweet name. If nothing else, that's cool. The army box included enough for 1 squad of the chargeable and the hunters. They're so small and fiddly, I just don't have a good idea of what to do with them. They're, I was trying to remember the little skinks. If it's 1 of each, I'll just do that. I don't know that I would go, I don't know if I'd want more of one than the other. Makes sense. If anything, I would get more of the Aggradons before I'd get more of the Dons. But we'll see. We'll play some more games and we'll see. Alright, I'm just doing a quick dry brush. Saddles. I don't want to go anything crazy on these. The article seemed to suggest there were more hero models coming for Flesh Eater Courts. Well, we got the teaser video, right? So that is, I'm assuming, one part of that. Which is interesting, because usually when we get the teaser videos, I feel like that's usually like a reveal stream type thing. This feels a little different. Guess how many models are we expecting? We know there's a new ghoul kit. I think just because I don't know the army line super well. Like, do they need a lot more kits? How are we feeling, Sigmar people? They're a very thin army list. That was kind of my thought. But also, I get very confused as to what can go in Flesh Eater versus Soulblight versus some of those lists. Until I get that kind of figured out, I think. I have a hard time speaking to it. I have no idea. I've never really followed Flesh Eater Crit, but I'm curious. Yeah. I mean, more models, always good, I think. Get to see what the options are going to be. I really want an Engine of the Gods for my Seraphon. Who wouldn't want a big Triceratops, right? Danny, thank you so much for that sub, for 2 months of support. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Zombie Dragon, Terrorgeist, Ghouls, Crypt Horrors, Flayers, Ghoul King, couple other characters. What to think about? Oh, is that Army Painter? I really enjoy their matte black, their pale skin tones, but the others, it's a mixed bag. It's not my go-to brand, for sure. Convincing me to spend my money on it versus some more Vallejo would be difficult. I'll take the Vallejo. Consumer of shampoo, welcome in. An ideal for a defiler conversion, with the body more towards the back, claws attached to the sides of the body like arms, weapon attached to the claws. Would it look good or not? I mean, I feel like it would. I don't know exactly what pieces you've got picked out, but it sounds like it would work. How are you? Let's see, besides Marathi I'm working on, I won't touch Fantasy before. Oh, Dark Elves come back in Fantasy 2.0. Gotcha. How do we feel about... I know there was an article today about the movement for Old World. How are we feeling about Old World? Everyone thinks they want a big Triceratops, and they'll have to potty train it or feed it, yeah. You get the bigger dogs, right? You gotta get the big bag of food. That's a whole thing. Alright. The rest will just edge highlight. I just want to do a quick little dry brush for some texture. Good, how about you? Good here. Starting our week off with trying to finish up a couple units for my army. Can't complain. It's a freaking dinosaur, exactly. Exactly. How do I get my girlfriend to play 40k with me? She gets titles in lore. Should I leave her? Turns out, not everyone interested in 40k. If that's the only thing that's important to you, maybe we take a step back. Maybe we take a step back. Yeah, not everyone interested. That's okay. The gold is Retributor armor. Yep. So it is Retributor armor with some Agrax. That is, yeah. I love it. That is like the #1 question. I love it. Yep. The trick with Retributor, I think I found, is that most people over thin it. So I only do a little bit of water to thin it out. So if you have had trouble with Retributor in the past, try to not thin it as much. I think what I've seen from people talking about it in chat is that it gets over thinned. I have to learn to do my stupid self-evaluation. Best of luck. You got this, I believe. I am good, sales is back. Pay me more, pay them less. Give me part of theirs, please. Done. Look at that. We did it for you. New Agrax or old? It is, I am trying to use the old for this. I'm guessing you're not a fan of the new. I'm having to try and limit because I only have a couple more pots of the old left and I'm sad about it. If you do the new, I would say it's probably 2 coats. It definitely doesn't dry as nicely over metallics as the old one does. I would say if you've got the new, try 2 coats. How much work we do? We should get a part of their commission? I mean, I agree. I don't get to make that decision. Every time someone posts the gold command, I mentally go, gold! Like gold member. You like gold. Gonna get some sleep, Commissar Zara. Sounds good. Thank you again for the raid. Have a good rest of your day. Get some sleep. We'll catch you next time. Again, if you guys missed the raid, go give Commissar a follow for me. Thank you, thank you. Have a good one. I make my own washes, but the newer has more medium and it's thinner, so I apply my wash before. I'm sorry, I thin my wash before applying. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the new ones. I've picked up a few others to try. I picked up Monument Hobbies, but their brown wash is quite a bit different. So I'll keep playing with those. I'd like to find something a little closer. You say earlier the prices for Battle Forces were released. I think I saw, who was it? Yeah, there's rumored prices. I think one of the YouTubers had prices, but it's in the Discord. There's different prices for 40k and Sigmar, so check the Discord for those. I don't remember off the top of my head. KT, welcome in. Thank you so much. How are you? What you up to today? No, the Norwegian prices. It's a bit more than it was last time. Yeah, it seemed to be like 10 to 20 US dollars more, depending on which one you're looking at. So basically figure in the price increase that they do. There's a discrepancy between 2 different... I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I saw 2 different people reporting things. But I have a feeling one person was using the prices from last year that I saw. Auspex and someone else I didn't recognize. 140 GBP and 180 euro. Yeah. If you're saving for one, pick one of those to save for. Save for the more expensive one, make sure you're good. And then yeah, I would say if you have local game store you ordered from, make sure to get on the list early because some of those will go quick. I think especially that World Eater one. I think that one's going to go pretty quick. $180 for 40k and 175 for Age of Sigmar. I think Angron plus a box of 8-bound is $230. Get another box of 8-bound and Berserkers for free? Yeah. I think a lot of people doing the same math. Especially when that Combat Patrol was also delayed. I feel like maybe people waited on World Eaters. So like if you had waited, this would be a good time to get the box and hop. Pricing's gonna be out there anyways. GW stop waiting today of pre-order till pricing. I don't understand why they do. It makes no sense to me. Put it during, yeah, put it in the pre-order article. Everyone wants to know it. I've never had something where it's like, well, on the day of, I find out the price, and then I'm like, oh, well, now I want it. Just tell me ahead of time, and I'll be there. I'll be there in the queue, waiting to get it. Yeah, Fulgrim. A bit more expensive than the Ultimate Starter set. So if I were to convert, I would say 220 to 230 USD. Since I only know Norwegian prices from the retailer I get everything from. It's tough because we get hit with the really weird conversion rate for the States. Like, it's not a... You can't just take the pound and translate it. We have, like, a weird, I'm guessing, tax markup. So that makes it a little weird, but I think that's about right, yeah. Gary, thank you so much. How are you today? Let me show you my dinosaurs. We've got the Aggradon Lancers with, they'll have their riders on top here done. They're coming along. I've also got what I'm calling my Synthwave Chocobos. I was playing with yellow over magenta and having fun. So they will have little skinks on top. They are done. But those are some of my dinosaurs for my Seraphon army. How are you? Is there anything you're working on? Yes, I got to take them the other night, and they were pretty fun. Thank you for the bits, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Are you just eyeballing? Like, I'm kind of doing the box art, and then, I don't think what I've actually changed. I feel like I need to look at what they did for the banner. Like when you're detailing, yeah, so I'm basically, I did airbrush first, and then I came back and I'm doing everything else by hand, but it's a lot of edge highlighting on the scales and things like that. But yeah, thank you so much, I appreciate it. They've been so much fun. I love this army so much. Let's see. What do we want to work on next? Let's work on their little mouth. Is there anything you're working on right now? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Let me scroll back up. Yeah, so it's got an old box of Berserker, so I could have the Wally head. I put on one of the new Berserker bodies. Sly says, I think you'll find it's perfectly justifiable T-Tex. Sly says, that comes all to me. Thank you. Thank you. Work on that one. Got it, Panda. Thank you. Let's see, 118 USD for 10 Hearthguard, Land Fortress, a buggy, and 2 characters is worth it for you? I feel like I saw someone say the Votan and... I don't remember which Sigmar they said were the best deals out of the groups. Let me get one more pink, sorry. Let's... Probably the bone. I think that was right. That box looks insane. But I want the Seraphon as well. I think you're right. I think it was the Bone Reapers. Paint show. Some paint ASMR for you guys. While I get paints out. Be my next YouTube video. It's just 10 hours of paint shuffle. Please to enjoy. I'll get some like those ones where it's like the rain falling. I'll get like a nice looping image for you guys. Paint shuffling. Nikki, soon I get Nikki K Bobble into Nikki Thulu streams. Even initial AV6 Scott D streams. I'm pretty excited. Bobble's like one of my favorites. And I need it. I don't know when the actual slots open up for the new animated stuff. Other than soon. That's all they've given us. That soon we get more animated emotes. So whenever they're up, I'm in. What I may do is I just put them in the slots we have now, depending on when I get them back. Re-add the others. Just ready for some new emotes. We've had our current set for... But it's very, very hard to unlock more slots. That's what we got. What you can do sometimes is not say what colors you're looking for. Just start rifling through the drawer and have chat guess the color. That could be fun. Make a game out of it. Engagement. Can I get a timeout on Danny? You don't force your girlfriend to play 40k. I'm putting you in timeout, so you listen to me here. Do not force anyone to do it. You keep asking these things. We've already given you the answer. Stop being fucking weird in my chat. Thank you. One day I'll get an animated Nikki Mad Slam emote. It's like a Mad Slam when I paint Chaos. One day. One day. I love... Sorry. You caught me at a gross moment there, Gary. Love your energy. You seem so genuine. I also love art, so I'll be here more now. I'm glad. Thank you so much for coming to check us out. Sorry, chat. You can tell. It annoys me. It annoys me. I think I saw WWE 2K23 will be on Humble Choice for November. Nikki versus Slam stream when? I could actually go spear Slam. It'd be great. Are those supposed to be any good? I think there was the AEW one, right? That I think was pretty bad. Those supposed to be pretty good. I would find one move that I can do reasonably well and then just hit him with it. Over and over. They're good in a bad way. Bad in a good way? I feel like bad in a good way is still okay, you know? Weird within reason, yeah. Forcing people to do things they don't want to do is not the weird we encourage here. Heavens, can't please everyone. Yeah. Nah. Not the place for you, and that's okay. And go be weird somewhere else. Just not here. I'm just gonna suplex everyone. Yeah, you guys saw it in real time there. I'm gonna suplex everyone. I want to spear. Spearing is what it'll be. I'll figure out how to spear, and that's the whole game. Oops. Let me mute for a second. Sorry for anyone new, our doggo doesn't like the mailman coming. Even though it's her food from Chewy. We have to defend the house from the FedEx man. Oh, I saw your Green Knight. It's awesome. Thank you so much. I really love that project. How are you? What you up to today? The Green Knight is from Big Child Creatives, and I had a blast with it. How are you today? Okay, I'm gonna mute one more time, chat. Okay, I think we're good now. I'm studying with loot first. Not allowed to be weird. I'll let the big guy know. I'm tempted to grab the past Fleshy Record Start Collecting box, my local game store. So if we're getting new stuff, the box won't exist long. Yeah, that's a good shout. I know those things usually go off the web store too, once new stuff starts to get announced. There's something you want. Let's see mods. So the big burly wrestlers have the ladies' entrance animations. Cracks me up. I could see that. Let's see, I adored doggos, but a pit bull bit me, like a week ago. I've still got dents and marks on my arm. I'm sorry to hear that. Hope that you are feeling better here. I think that's we have a new dog park that's going in. I think that's what I'm a little worried about as well. I trust my doggo. I don't know other people's doggos. That's my concern if we decide to go check that out one day. You just never know how people are training their doggos. Sadie's either upset or excited that our food was delivered. I would hope excited. I would hope. I'm alright, I feel bad for the owner. Just raise them right. Isn't that hard? It's, I hate to say it. Some people just shouldn't have doggos. They're not willing to put the work in. Or if they don't have the time to do that. Because, yeah, definitely want to make sure that not putting themselves or others in harm's way. Not everyone equipped to do that, unfortunately. I may get it and just not open it until the new stuff is out. I think that might be a good plan. If you're already thinking about it. Obviously. Within budget and all that good stuff. But if you're already thinking about it and you want to pick it up, I would say trying to get it ahead of the rush on all the goodies may be a good way to go. The Terrorgeist is 70 on its own. Add in the ghouls and the cryptors, it's 175 for 110. Paired up with the Dawnbringer's box, and it's a solid start to Flesh Eater Court. Okay, I think we got that. We got their little mouths. Gold, we could probably do one more pass, but I'll wait. I think the mounts are more or less good. I think we're good for that. Let's try and get these little guys finished. And figure out what we're doing for this banner, because I haven't decided yet. There's not a doggo behind me. Let's see, I live in a shitty part of Dublin where people just buy cute dogs for the money to show off. They just neglect them. It is a yeah, that's a shame. That's not okay. 30 ghouls, 9 horrors, flares, Terrorgeist, zombie dragon, and Arian? What model is that? Oh, it's the new character. Okay. Okay. I got you now. I still want to pick up that. I know I shouldn't. But the Harbinger, the Nurgle guy on the horse. Model's so sick. I would like a photo, but they're all busted. Alright, so next up, we're going to do Baharat Blue. We're going to start highlighting up our... I had done a little through the airbrush, but because we started so light, it didn't quite make a... Didn't quite work out the way I wanted, so I'm going to come in do it by hand. Movie night! What's the next movie? We kind of stopped doing the movies there for a little bit. I don't know. Do we feel like we should bring movie night back? We have done, so some of the past movies, we tend to do silly movies. So we tend to do, we've done Highlander all together. We've done the Ultramarine movie together. Why am I blanking on the other movies we've done? We did a Lord of the Rings marathon. It was fun. We did Tremors together, which was pretty fun. I liked Tremors. But yeah, there's they're classics. I know. But yeah, we kind of... It was kind of a turnout thing. We ended up moving to do other stuff instead. Oop, let me scroll up here. Missing stuff. You should definitely get the Nurgle horse suit. He's so cool. The new site's garbage. Looks like it was designed for phones. Yeah, absolutely. Hoot. That was my first thought opening it up. Slam, welcome in. How are you? next movie night is Dragon Ball Evolution. Hallmark Christmas movie marathon was a neat idea. I would do Hallmark movie marathon if I can make it a drinking game. Then maybe. Otherwise, no thank you. If I can make it a drinking game, I'm there. I emoed Gremlins too. Here's the hard part about movie night. Is like everyone would seem excited. And then like 5 people show up. So like if the turnout's not there, I don't see it being worth setting some time aside. So if you guys like things like movie nights, we tried video game nights, and you gotta be there for them. Yo, what's up? Gotta go, we'll drop by at a later time. Thank you so much for coming by. We will catch you next time. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye as for now. Liam, what you up to? We're painting lizards. Sadie is mouthy today. Every time Kevin from Home Alone gets scared, please take a shot. I'm down. So yeah, that's the, I don't know. When people don't show up, it's hard to keep doing things. 5 of the truest people, the real friends. And it's hard to set aside time when I just don't know if that's actually what people want to do. Is basically what it boils down to. If it's not actually something that's fun and what we want to do, then we'll find something else. I see that. They're looking close. We're close. I think the mounts are ready. I'm trying to decide if I want another color at the tip of the tails. I kind of like the yellow. I don't know if I should do more. Well, I've set them aside until I figure that out, but I think they're about done. So now we're to the little now. Who would win, 20 Tremors or a Space Marine? Oh, who'd asking the important questions? Yeah, what's the loadout? Well, every time the Grinch steals a present, shot. No one wants to survive movie night, I see. A bright yellow. So I was thinking maybe like moot green. And I think that's actually what they have in some of like the studio photos. That was kind of my thought. Maybe we try it on one and see what we think. Because that's what I have on Croak, but I'm going to be redoing Croaks anyway to match. So I think that's the kind of the last big decision to make for the mounts. And for these guys, it's just the banner, how I want to do that. Your bongos look excellent too. Risking a ban for saying so. Thank you. Thank you. I was gonna say more, but you'll clip it, so I'm gonna stop. Just gonna catch myself right there. You've never seen Tremors. It's the time to go back. Run them back. I'm quite certain there's Hallmark drinking games. Those movies share so many cliches. I already tear apart when I watch them with my family. I drink too, but I have to drive home those nights. I feel like I did find one when we were talking about it, and it was like one of those where someone made it specifically so it would work for every single movie. So it didn't matter which one you load up, you could still play it. Which I love that there's enough to fill out like a full game. Were we suggesting Christmas movies? We were just talking movies. If we were to do another movie night. It was just, yeah. Turnout wasn't great for movie nights. Up to other things. If we want to do Gremlins... Here. Yeah. Do you want to watch Gremlins 2? Because that was from a sub thing. I'm willing to do Gremlins 2. But when 2 people show up and you're like, why don't we do movie night anymore? That's why. That's why. So that's the caveat. 2 people show up. That's it. No more movie night. These accusations are hurtful and accurate. I want to try at least. I want to drink. You're more of a devil's lettuce kind of guy. Next, I'll say we never saw Gremlins. We did watch the first one together as a community. Die Hard. Die Hard's a good Christmas movie. Highlander 2. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Both of you. Both of my mods. Get out. Gremlins is born. We've already watched 1. 2 is the one I'm asking. I agree Die Hard is the Christmas movie. We need to do this. You see the Cabinet of Curiosities. Is that Netflix series? I have not. What is that? I also don't have Netflix anymore. Have to find it elsewhere. Doing a quick dry brush on this. Not liking how that's working. Do I want to edge highlight these things? Honestly, I don't. But it's dry brush or edge highlight. I've never seen a Die Hard movie. Oh, all the way through? Well, Poot, if we do movie night. Yeah, I don't know. We can try movie night. I don't want to commit to more movie nights. We can try one. We used to do them Sundays after stream, because then it was good for time zones. Captain Curiosity is good shit. Del Toro presented like 8 to 9 different horror-themed short stories. That does sound really cool. Okay, well. If I find it somewhere. Yeah, I would watch that. Sounds like a good idea. Sounds cool. Some short stories from Lovecraft and Poe reworked by Guillermo del Toro. Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Okay, so anyone else is interested? Cabinet of Curiosities. No? Run a sign up. It shouldn't be this hard. It's supposed to be just a fun little thing. This is why, chat. Exact little conversation. It's just easier to do like a long stream or something, because then people are already here. This is why. Like every time I tried to get you guys to play Vermintide together, I'm just pulling teeth. Easier for me to just do my thing. Not have to worry about it. It's easier to herd cats in Twitch chat. Yeah. That's what it boils down to. You know, off and grab some food. Sounds good, Sly. Enjoy food. We'll catch you next time. Thanks so much for support and hanging out. I don't really want to do all this individually, but it does look better. What are we doing? Nothing now. They released Sienna's Epic class finally in Vermintide 2. I saw that. That's the Necromancer, right? I don't know much about it, because I haven't played Vermintide in forever. But I saw people are excited for it. It looks fun. You're gonna be playing it, Hoot? Who else will be playing new Vermintide stuff? Anyone playing any other games? What do we got, chat? What are we all playing right now? Oh, detailing is amazing. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, yeah, I just kind of... I cruise along, but if you have questions, I'm happy to stop and show colors or what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'm just trying to finish this for my next game. I'm happy to stop and show what I've got. Or thwarting these plans. As only Twitch chat can. A very unique thing. Finished Spider-Man 2 last night. What did we think? I have just not wanted to play on my PlayStation, and it's very weird. Just really moved over to just sticking on my PC. And I didn't used to be that way, so it's very strange to me. Just not wanted to play on it. Will, hello, how are you? You have a code for Jackson. I have a link, I believe. Exclamation brushes. Reaper's been playing Call of Cthulhu. Moving to Signalis, probably. Spooky games till the new year. I still like that I'm Nokia. I'll take Nokia. Well, what you up to today? We're painting more lizards. I think I do want to try the green on the feathers. I guess we do on him. Did you not read the note I left on the mirror? We can't be weird here. Will can be weird. That's fine. You guys know the weird I'm talking about. Don't be that weird. Because next time I won't be a timeout. Let's see, I just got some Sea of... Oh, wait, sorry. Just got some Sea of Thieves in. There we go. It was good, good. I know you guys have fun with that. Alright, let's try our moot green. And then we'll do our yellow highlight over it to tie it together, and we'll see how we feel. If we like it, cool. If we don't, I'll just take it back out. No, weird people leave. Come back, Will. Get back here. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Let's say I'm playing Sons of the Forest with my trainee. Some team building by cannibalism. So you really get to know someone, though, in, be fair. So you really get to know someone. Where are you from? I am in the Dallas, Texas area. My brand of weird is accepted, yeah. You are welcome here, Will. How are you? What are you up to today? How long are we going to be painting that Necron today? Is my next question. How's that Necron coming along? Son of the Forest was also real fun. Yeah, it was pretty bad when I play it, but it made for some real fun times. I feel like I saw some of that in streams. I didn't. Some goofy stream things I watched. He's getting the sledgehammer for sure. Doesn't have to be right now, but you know, later. Later painting will occur, I'm sure. Sure it will. I don't know, chat. I'm feeling it. I thought Lewd Mummy was getting banned, not me. We have a mini exchange mini to paint. Today just got better. Mailman brought all the goodies. Let's go. Do you paint anything other than Warhammer? Yeah, so I like to paint. The other thing I like to paint a lot is Kingdom Death, and I'm looking at mine. I don't have any Kingdom Death on the table right now. I also have a Malifaux I like to paint, because their minis are beautiful. So she's a work in progress I've been working on. But yeah, those are kind of the two other that I like to paint. And then kind of some display stuff mixed in whenever there's something that catches my eye. We do a lot of Warhammer, though. So Warhammer is kind of how I got into the hobby. That's what a lot of us here in chat play. On stream will be a lot of Warhammer, but I do like to paint some others. I would say Kingdom Death's probably the next biggest thing. Thank you, Slam, for the links, if you want to check it out. The Green Knight, yeah, so things like that whenever something catches my eye. Day of the Dead. Good eye. So this is, I actually have a full Day of the Dead crew, which, if you go to the social links there, I reposted them from last year. This crew, I'm painting to match those. So I'm taking some of the same colors that I used on that crew and applying them to this set. So that they can, because it's all the same keyword. So I'm taking those colors and just pulling them over to the other crew. But yeah, bringing over the skull makeup, some of the same colors. So they'll be a bit brighter than like the regular box art would be for that crew, but they're really pretty. Some more of them here. My Green Knight's real eye candy, thank you. I appreciate that. I loved that project. That was the model that made me kickstart that project, was the Green Knight, so I started it immediately. I loved it. Marshals, yep. They're really cool. Let me get the... What? You didn't listen to me? You didn't listen to me explain why I timed you out? This is, there is a right answer to that. Mods. Not a rhetorical question. Chat wants me to be banned, so I paint the mini instead of chatting with y'all? No. We're gonna do this, Will. We're gonna get that Necron painted. I remember when the Kingdom Death Manual suggested breaking off Minnie's arms to display their journey in the campaign. I wonder if someone did this. I know that people magnetize. They're, I couldn't imagine magnetizing all my minis, because they are very, very small. But I know that people will. To swap out gear and limbs and stuff. How many full sets have you completed overall? You're the person who starts a new thing every time. Well... yeah. Both. Thank you, Slam. So for Malifaux, I've got 2 crews. I've got the Day of the Dead, and then I also have the Cat Herders, which is actually the Hamlin alternate crew. So those are done. None of my Warhammer armies are done. None of those are done. I am a hobby butterfly. I like to hop around and paint whatever I'm feeling. Follow what you're having fun with. Kind of my philosophy. So right now the lizards are nothing if not accommodating. Thank you so much. Aw, Panda, thank you so much for that gifted sub to Gary. Enjoy those emotes. Enjoy your ad-free viewing. Thanks for coming to check us out today. Panda, thank you so much. Appreciate that. You just called out like everyone in this channel. We're all collectors here. Yeah. We're all collectors. I look forward to my DM. Have fun, Slam. Some heads up, Slam. They were trying to like force their girlfriend to play 40k. And we already told him no. So I told him to stop being fucking weird. And timed him out. Now that he's banned, he can't listen to me anymore, I don't think. I think the Twitch change is finally in. So that's what happened. Check the logs, yeah. Okay, I didn't know what Scott had added. Thank you for being so kind. I'm doing well. Seeing y'all be so kind and supportive fills me with determination. Let's go. You can do it. I'm here to help, Will. If you do work on him today and you need help, let us know. We're gonna get it finished. Why can't people just put ASCII Mario in chat like normal people? I know. I know. The good old days. The good old days. It's okay. I know that you've got enough ASCII art to fill the chat. We are good to go. You miss the days of copy pasta? Yeah. Yeah. I do love a good copy pasta. Not a lot of mini painting copy pasta. Do it for it. Alright. I still don't know how I feel about the green. Still don't know. We can bring back the old copy pasta days. That's true. We do have one. Have the one. Okay. I'm gonna sit on it. I'm gonna think about it. I do think it needs a little bit more green at the very tip. A little washed out. No, not. Beer bag making an ASCII Emperor with a sword out. Oh, I love streaming. Slam, no. Slam, yes. Matt Scythe, welcome in. How are you? This is mesmerizing. Your eyeballing detail, you know how hard that is. Yeah, you make it look simple. If you have any questions, let us know. This is, this especially is me just trying to play with colors and see what's gonna work. I think if I could encourage anything, it's the same. Play with it and see what you can do. From there, you kind of learn what works, what doesn't work, and you can put that on the next thing. Like my my chickens. My chickens are me playing with the yellow paint over magenta, and that's what I got. It was fun, so I'll use that for other projects. Speaking of engagement, you should post wild quotes in chat. We have to guess if they're made up nonsense or if Will said it. Because Fever Dream, the game. Oh. Alright, there's that. We didn't get his little mouth with the critters. Isn't that cool, Gary? That's why I wanted to play with it. Let me get back out. So if we like this, here's what we did for these guys. I did a white zenithal down the back, so on the top. And then I took magenta. I did that from underneath. And I kind of faded up to like the middle. So that is all that shading you see. And then I went with Euro yellow. Again from the top and kind of fading at the middle here. So at the middle is where you get that really cool kind of orange where they are blending together. So that is what I used. And then the edge highlighting, I'm coming back with a brighter yellow, which is Doran yellow. So that is the workup of our chickens. And it's just, I had kind of played with the workup before, but I really wanted to put it on something to play with it more. And these guys seem perfect for it, because I wanted to go Chocobos from Final Fantasy anyway, so seem like a good candidate. And it's pretty neat. I would use it again for other projects. It's pretty neat. Out of context chat might be a good YouTube idea. I think for the regulars, yeah, stuff like that's fun. Anyone new to my page is gonna be crazy confused. Crazy confused. Yes, if you too would like to check out Chocobos, thank you, Slam. Slam, the #1 Final Fantasy show. Yep. I really enjoy his Nikki Bright painting style. All the minis are real crisp. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We need to finish his spear, and I'm trying to remember what I was gonna do for it. Are they just silver? Let me look what they've done. God, since I've been here for years and I'm still confused. Oh, they've got like a, I don't know, jade, obsidian. It's a darker. That's kind of cool. Do I want to do that? I'm gonna think on it. We do have the banner, which I can at least get some golden stuff on. Let's do that. That's you! Final Fantasy X is the game I grew up with, so the fact you have chocobos is unreal to me. My Seraphon army is all nerd stuff. So, if you want to see more of it, I'm going to throw my socials back in the chat. So I have, my Troglodon is Anjanath from Monster Hunter. I have Charizard as my Carnosaur, Venusaur as my Solar Engine. I have the Chocobos, and then we have Hypnotoad. We're just doing full nerdy army with whatever speaks to me. So if you like nerdy army, the rest of my Seraphon are up there. Hypnotoad, that's right. All glory to the Hypnotoad. If only I could paint as good as Nikki with none of the commitment, practice, or time. If you could, then I'm not doing something right. Yeah. Metzen is back at WoW. Apparently we're just replaying the first few games, is what I've heard. We're just ready to go back to AQ and then Sunwell and then... Mageson, welcome in. How are ya? How we doing today? Get a Charizard or a Mew? Could be Mew for a Seraphon. But yeah, basically if I have a nerdy reference, it's going into the army. And it's been fun. You can't go back? Don't do it. Don't do it, Will. I say this as someone who played far too much WoW. Don't do it. Don't do it. WoW's taking a hard turn toward 14. Find the next 3 expansions that have a big overarching storyline. I don't know. After Diablo, and obviously everything else that has happened with Blizzard, they don't get another penny from me. Don't do it. They announced some kind of Classic Plus. Cassidy never knew my WoW self. Oh. Okay, this makes it more interesting. This makes it more interesting to me. What about Marvel DC? They appeal to you? Not as much. I don't mind, like, hopping in to watch something, but I don't keep up with it. What about you? I feel like, I used to keep up with more of it, but it's been a lot of Marvel here lately. I think I'm feeling a little bit of just the sheer amount of stuff. I tend to just be like, I'm good. Something about leveling up your alts without leveling them up. If only there's a way to do that in a single character, yeah. I think that's part of it too, is like, even if I wanted to play MMO, it's gonna be 14, because I feel like the quality of life stuff within 14 is just so much better. Story's good, character's good, quality of life good. I was deep. Well, as a gnome warlock with pink hair. I did, but it was red. I mean, you don't have to tell me, Will. I raided WoW. That's where I met Scott. We raided together. I get it. I get it. I would skip class to go play WoW. I get it. Hey, Mask, welcome in. I marveled out in Infinity War. I feel like a lot of people did, yeah. Yeah. How are you today? Welcome in. Just, I don't know. I don't know a lot of the, like, smaller characters to begin with, and that seems to be their kind of what they've got left. Badger, thank you so much for that sub. For 46 months of support. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hope you continue to enjoy your internets today. Don't ask me about any of the movies. I know it, not to brag, but I'm elite. Love that though. I'm glad you love it. I had max level tunes, Horde and Alliance. Yep. Me too. Yep. The Nikki lore. This was high school, early college. Nikki lore. That's where Scott and I met. Yep. Oh wow, Romance Simulator, the best dating app. Yep. Thank you, Slim. I am. My niece is back, so she's being a 2-year-old. Keeping you on your toes. Alright, is the back of this gold? Let me see. I like just these little outside. I have a jade green, which I've not really used on any of my other stuff. I'm trying to decide if I want to bring in some jade, or if we just stick with our turquoise. I feel like maybe just sticking with the turquoise. House Sullivan, born in the fires of WoW, that's right. I raided as a shadow priest. Scott had a boomkin. That was quite a while ago. Now when there's new expansions, we 14 together. Lurking for a bit, sounds good. Hey, little welcome in. How do I feel about, wait, space bears? Space bears? I don't know about the space bears. How are you? Welcome in. I'd like to learn more. If you'd like to know more, I would. I mained a Tauren Druid and a Draenei Pally. There's the Pally. Like some of the Marvel TV shows, I feel a lot of people didn't give Hawkeye a try. It's really good, specifically because it's a street-level adventure instead of some grand cosmic thing. Hey, Snapshot Supercat, welcome in! Yeah, so I actually get, that's the third for the gold. I get a lot of questions for the gold. It is Retributor Armored. And I think I get a lot of questions because people over-thin it. So I am doing just a tiny bit of water. I dip my brush in the water and then into the paint. And then it covers really nicely. And then I tend to do Agrax over it. How are you? Welcome in. I actually am planning to do a YouTube video over the gold, just because a lot of people do have questions. So, coming soon. Speaking of YouTube, I'm going to throw it in the old chat again. We have revamped our YouTube, and I have a new video coming out tomorrow. We are doing a series called Mini Basics, which is basically kind of the initial things for someone getting into a hobby, or maybe coming back from a long break. And the first one is assembling plastic miniatures. So that will be up tomorrow, but if you'd like to check that out, you can go subscribe at the link there. And I'm going to be doing more and more content over on YouTube. So thank you everyone for all the support. We are really, really, really close to getting emotes over on Twitch. I'm excited for it. So thank you everyone who has been coming to the Wednesday streams. Thank you to everyone who's been rolling VODs. We are very close. From there, it's just 1,000 more watch hours, and we can go for partner. So that's super exciting. I'm surprised. I don't normally expect that texture from GW's Metallics. Yes, it looks excellent. Thank you. I have found that their base metallics are pretty nice, so I like to use that. I use Lead Belcher and Iron Warriors I use quite a bit. The ones where you layer are kind of the rough ones. So the base ones are great, and then I tend to switch to Vallejo or Scale 75 for layering. But yeah, thank you. Is there anything you're working on right now? What you got? Let's see. All my coworkers are bringing over leftover Halloween candy to work. Uh-oh. Stay strong, Reaper. Stay strong. You can do it. Oh, we're talking about, okay. Are you planning on making more YouTube content once you start getting paid? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'll be similar. So we'll still stream here. And then for the things that make more sense to be on YouTube, we'll do on YouTube. But yeah, I'm kind of getting used to everything. Video editing is something I haven't done a whole lot of. I've done like the basic of basics for like Patreon videos and stuff. I'm learning as we go here, but I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. You painted... Wait, the color matte? So not like a matte finish or something? I don't know, a color matte. Or with matte paints, maybe? Who is Matt? Why do you want him painted? He's part of our backlog now. With matte paints, yeah. So, some of the Vallejo dries a little bit more matte, which I do like. The black it's kind of my go-to, is a more matte paint. I know that some of the scale color get very matte. I haven't used a lot of them, but I do prefer that finish. Yeah. Where I can, I like the more matte paints. Greedy, thank you so much for that sub for 59 months of support. Thank you, thank you. Have you recovered from Extra Life? Is that what, do we get to do that today? Welcome, welcome. I was lurking in your channel. I am a silly goose. That's our will. That's our will. So yeah, I would say I haven't specifically sat down to like just paint with matte paints, but some of them dry a bit more matte. Took the day off to sleep, I can imagine. How much did we raise? How did it go? Greedy was doing Extra Life fundraising. Was in there lurking the other day. How did it go? He's a silly Swedish goose. Hit the goal of 1,500. Can I get some hype in the chat? That's so awesome, Greedy. Well done. Congrats on 1,500 for Extra Life. What was your favorite game you played? Your 24 hours of streaming. You're a beast. Should get something on the freezer soon for dinner. Good plan. Thank you. Well done, Greedy. That's huge. As you come in, we're painting lizards. These are gonna go on my Aggradons. I went full command for this squad. Trying to get them finished up so I can play them next game. Favorite game? Let's see. Probably Dave the Diver. I've heard it's very good. I've got it on my wish list when I get a chance. You're doing from not painting some Imperial Guardsmen, staying at parade attention for a challenge. Challenging Nikki on the charity stream. Greedy killing it. Greedy killing it. That's awesome. Well done. And don't worry, I'm still not painting Guardsmen. That's okay, me neither. Me neither. Alright, look at his little face. And then yeah, I've got to decide if I want to put any jade on that. We're gonna stick with our turtle. Keep it consistent. I don't have to think about it. I just want him to... Hey! Yo, RoboTX, welcome in. How you doing today? We're working on some lizards. What you got going on? Did this lizard get a mani-pedi? Not yet. Good point. We do need to go back for mani-pedi. Can't be skipping spa days. Lizards have self-care. Good, how are you today? Pretty good. We get to paint lizards, so that's I feel like that's a good day. Get the cucumbers and a little mud mask. Adorable. That's really what they're defending. The like temples and stuff. It's their spa days. New lore dropped right here. You know what? I'm gonna leave their eyes yellow. Defend the sacred spa. That's right. All right, I think that'll work. Hang on, new lore. That's it. Just dropped. Just dropped. Blizzard spa days. That's it. I'm a space lizard now. Me too, actually. Twitch streamer? No. Space lizard? Yes. I was getting the neck run out to paint. Let's go, Will. We get to paint together for what? Half an hour here? Let's go. Let's go. You need any new brushes. Gonna order some. I could use the same. If we're ordering. If you want to wait, I'll be done. And but yeah, I could use the same. You're right. I should schedule a spa day for Mrs. Panda and I. Ooh, while in Vegas. Yes, do it. Do it. Scared of the Reds? Don't be scared. We got this, Will. Well, my last of the orc team before lunch, says Butts. Now to find the time and motivation to prime them. I was gonna say, is weather gonna let you prime them here? That time of year where it gets a little tricky. Sure to do it when you can. Reds are spooky. They're a little scary next to white, because I know your color scheme has the white as well. Just go take your time. Be really careful. And they're not spooky anymore. Definitely make sure to be careful around the white or the kind of off gray that you've got. Oh, he's primed with London Gray, so he looks unprimed. I do mini exchange, I gotta find somewhere to set airbrush up to prime. Alright, we get to highlight lizard abs. Lizards are buff. I need to work out harder today, because these lizards are beating. Very buff lizards. They definitely got their protein goal for today. I am behind. Ooh, made progress on picking an army. What are we thinking? I know we were helping, I know Slam was helping. What have we kind of decided? What if I get the red done, then build up the non-whites? That might be easier. I wasn't sure how far along you were, because then you don't have to worry about goofing up the whites. You can just touch up the London Gray and go. I feel like they're transparent enough that you have to get really carried away before you mess up. These lizards are shredded, they are. I don't even have the Croxicore yet. They are absolutely crazy. Need them. I need to be lizard yoked immediately. This is new workout goal. I need to be lizard yoked. Be swole like a lizard. I request lizard roids for dinner. Whatever they're eating, I want it. I want it. I feel like we need to pick a nerdy scheme for the Croxagores. What do you guys think? I won't get them for a bit, because they'll be with Scott's Battle Force. We got time. I think the Croxagores based on. I also realized I don't have any purple in this army yet, and it's kind of tempting to do some purple Croxagores. Purple needs to go somewhere. Wow, trolls. Maybe. Will agree in all caps. You typed it out? Did you guys do it at the same time? I didn't actually see. That site's just along for the ride. Alright, and then Manny Petty time. Forget. Ah, purple chaos lizards to make Wasted Mind happy. Absolutely. Wasted Mind joins my army as the strongest, buffest lizard. Scott's joining the One Brain Cell Collective. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's getting more dangerous in here. Oops. Alright. There's that. That's right. It's not chaos. Purple order lizards. Yep. I don't want to share the one y'all have. Mine's enough. It is a lot of sharing. Little stretch and then final push on lizards. Chat shares one brain cell. You are in the chat. You are sharing as well. True. I like to think the mods have a separate one, but maybe not. Could do another slam, but painted as Gengar for the purple. Could keep a small Pokemon theme. Yeah, what other dragons and things do I need from Pokemon? I know I need a Squirtle. That was gonna be my other, I think the one that has the snakes coming out of it. Could be, I'm sorry, Blastoise. You have ascended beyond chat. Can I get a note stating that chat has taken my brain cell? I'm not responsible for performance decrease at work. Whatever, we would crush it at your work. Wouldn't we, chat? We'd crush it. Sandile Croxagores? That's a good shout. Got some ideas. Mods merely have control of part of the brain cell that handles the bonking. They both got to today. It was fun. Keeps the mods happy. Dragonite. Dragonite's a good shout. I feel like the colors are a little close to Charizard, but I'm keeping it in mind. We can definitely find something fun for Croc. Oh, Gyarados? I feel like they kind of have his color. Now I want a little Magikarp to go. That entire line, really, yeah. Hey John, welcome in. You play at the Toys after stream? At some point, yeah. So this is my army that I'm putting together. And I can show you what all I've got here. I played a game the other night. We played a real small one to try and learn. And it was pretty fun. Let me show you what I've got. This guy goes on, I think this. So these all ride on top of dinosaurs. And then I've also got these smaller ones that will have smaller lizards on top of them. But yeah, it's part of my army. How are you today? Looks cool, thank you. Yeah, so these are for Age of Sigmar, which is Warhammer, the fantasy side. So there's also Warhammer 40k, which I also play. But working on some fantasy stuff today. How are you? What are we up to today? A quick tidy. Oh, no worries. My progress is actually no progress. However, I was set against Space Marines. Now I actually really like the Blood Angel specific models and the Space Wolves. So I might go for one of those. Shocked that in talking to Slam, now we like Blood Angels. No, I'm just kidding. As a Space Wolf player, I approve. Blood Angels do have a lot of really cool, like, special things. I feel like of the Marines, it's the Blood Angels, yeah, the Space Wolves, and then the Dark Angels also have more specific things. You really can't go wrong. They've all got, it's whatever flavor you kind of want to go with. That is Space Vampire, Space Werewolf, Space kind of Knights, or Dark Angels. They've definitely got cool stuff. Hey, Flaming Noob, welcome in. How are ya? Yeah, Black Templars have more kind of unique stuff. I feel like, well, I would have said less than the others, but I don't think so with the new kits now. I think they're up there. Is Flame a Blood Angels guy? He is. I was just teasing. I just don't see they play, but those might be the way to go. I also feel that the Marines have a huge amount of models. They're bigger than the other models, which is nice. The nice part about going Marines, so if you're looking at either of those, is they pretty much always get support. They are the kind of the poster boy army for 40k, so you will always get new models, you'll get new rules, they're always going to be supported, which is a nice kind of thing to keep in mind. And then yeah, for either of those, they get their kind of more unique characters and stuff, which is fun. But yeah, I was totally teasing. Slam does have Blood Angels. Funny that the Black Templar have way more unique stuff in the actual founding chapter. But says I'm a Blood Angels guy too, in a sense that I want to smooch Sanguinius. You know, there's something for everyone in this hobby. There's, you know, the painting, the building, the smooching. It's all in there. It's all in there. If I were to pick a Sigmar army, it'd be the Soulblight Vampire. 100%. I went for Vampire Space Marines. Easy, right? There you go. Done. Done. I think that is really good if there's like a specific theme or something you like. Following that is a good way to go. So it sounds like you're on the right track there. Blood Angels get some cool stuff. No smooch the glorious Hogboy. Let him rest. Why Black Library when you can fanfic? That's all I'm saying. Alright. I'm a little tired of painting feathers, chat. Smooching and my 40k? Yep. Absolutely. I feel like it's the wings. I could see that. Hope I didn't even do green on this side. Bad, Nikki. Only kissing allowed? You can't do the rhyme with smooching. Smooching's more fun to say, though. I think both allowed. This is the new rule now. Both allowed. Alright, as I get a few more steps done, I think this will probably be our last thing we work on together today. We will be back tomorrow, though. I think we're going to work on my mini exchange mini tomorrow. So that will actually be some Kingdom Death, for those who are asking about other systems. I have this Gladiator model. She actually does have a cape also that I've kept separate for painting. And she has a sculpted base. But I think we will start our Gladiator tomorrow. So, you guys want to join for some more mini painting? This week, I think I'm going to take Wednesday off of stream to record and also work on admin stuff here before Thanksgiving. I'm going to take an extra work day this week. Make sure I'm all buttoned up for holiday time. So I'll recap the schedule. We will stream tomorrow. Our new YouTube video will be out tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I will take a work day. So be admin and airbrushing and all the things that are tough to do with stream. But that's the plan. If you guys want stream updates, I'll send you to the Discord. Do updates in there in case you're not sure where we're at for the day. I'm gonna take an admin day. It might actually be the day I do the gold tutorial. I think knock that one out before you dive into anything too crazy for the next one. And something I can do gold on. What day's admin? We're gonna take Wednesday for a work day. Do you think I should do my mini exchange model's little cube crown in red? Or would that be too much red? I think I would have to look at the miniature again, Will. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. I can take a look, though. Because it would be what? The red or the off-white? The gray? I think if you feel you need to break it up, then rock the gray. I feel like it's kind of part of everything else. Rock the red. Definitely the biggest part of the mini. I feel like if it's a really large part, then maybe red. Because that seems to be the main color. But yeah, I can look after stream if you'd like. If that helps. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Let's see, do you have any Blood Angels or Space Wolves to hand? Wouldn't mind seeing what you have painted. Yeah, so within my socials there, I know Space Wolves are in there, but they're going to be a little bit of a scroll. I don't have any on the table right now, unfortunately. I think the last Blood Angel was actually Sanguinius. But he wouldn't be like the red that you're looking for. It's been a while since I painted some Blood Angels. It might be Sam's Mephiston is the last one I painted. It was a while ago. Bring in the turquoise? Oh, is that what you would do, Scott? True, I guess I should let Scott. Since it's his color scheme. He would know. Be similar to the orb. Orb. For the crown? It is your model. Well, you can absolutely pick. But I can take a look after stream if you'd like. If that makes you feel more comfy. Look. I am here to make you comfy as we go. You don't have any feathers. Perfect. It's a good stopping point. Oh, Slam, I'm so close to picking my army now. You'll be so pleased. I can stop hassling you. I'm glad you guys have figured out what will work. Sounds like you're on the right track. Have fun with it. Let your heart guide you. That's right. Alright, chat. We're going to stop here. So, here's what we got. Let me put them on their mounts so you can see the full lizardness. Full dinosaurness. The peg doesn't want to go in. Good enough. This. And drums. Okay. So here is Aggradon crew. Lancer crew. Almost ready to roll out. We'll be ready this week for sure. Good to go. Leading them will be our veteran. Needs basing. And also close to rolling out. And then right behind them, and I need to figure out if I want to redo the skinks, is Chocobo crew. Also ready to almost roll out. They basically, I'm going to figure out how I want to do their face, and then their little riders, and then they're good. So that's a whole lot of lizards getting finished. Which makes me happy. Look at all these little guys. All these little derps. Animation models surprised me how good they are. So impressive. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's just a lot of painting and a lot of trying different paints. Everyone can do this. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to show. Thank you. I'm excited to get them on the table. This is going to be so colorful, which is what I'm really, really enjoying. It's just all these fun colors all together. But yeah. Oh, you got one more before we go? Absolutely. Let's do it. And then, again, we will be back tomorrow with Kingdom Death. So we're going to mix things up a little bit. We're going to work on, this is actually the mini I am doing for my miniature exchange. This is the Gladiator from Kingdom Death. She has a cloak also, and then a sculpted base. Ooh, as Christmas is coming up, do you or anyone have recommendations for a paint set to ask for? I just have the Age of Sigmar starter set. Are you looking to stay within Games Workshop or in general paint set? That's going to be my question. I think part of this will depend on the army you pick. So if you decide, yes, I want to go Blood Angels, I feel like we could easily... Do you have a Warhammer store nearby? Yeah. So like what Slam's saying is just once you pick the army, you kind of build your colors around that to get started. The Games Workshop stores do is, I don't remember the exact number, but if you buy so many paint pots, you get one free. So if you were to do Blood Angels, and we can talk this out in the Discord, I think 10 is correct. Basically, yeah, I could go through and be like, okay, you're probably going to want Mephiston Red. You'll probably want Evil Sun Scarlet. A gold, a silver, washes. So kind of from that, maybe a good way to do it. I'd say Vallejo has a lot of sets. I don't know off the top of my head what I would recommend. I think some of them are kind of based around what you're doing too. So like there's a skin tone set or a metallic set. But if you decide Blood Angels is the way to go, we can absolutely help with that. What's your personal favorite? For paints, I use a lot of Vallejo. So my two main ones are probably Vallejo and Citadel. Citadel specifically because I do commission work, so having the army colors is really, really easy. And then Vallejo is a really easy swap. They act very similar, so I use those a lot. I'm gonna listen to some Space with some Blood Angel lore and make my final decision. Whenever you're ready, let us know and we can help you look at paints for those. So if the Discord's easier, just because I know my schedule's a little different this week, and that way you have a list that you can keep too, just let us know and we can help. Okay, but for now, I need to get some lunch. So this is where we're at. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow again with Kingdom Death, and tomorrow will be our new YouTube video, so that's an exciting day. But hang tight, I'm gonna look for someone to raid. If Jangles is up, we'll probably go swing by there. You know, I love to go raid over to Jangles, so hang in there for me, and we'll go over there. Thank you so much for all the support, I really appreciate it. And then socials, Discord, all that good stuff if you want to come hang out in between streams. So thank you everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.